Hi everyone. Are you sick of being buried in raw material inventory? Just way too much on hand, not knowing how to plan for the future need or demand? Well, Kanban is the way that helped us. We decreased our raw material inventory value by 33% or $48,000 just by implementing Kanban on our most commonly used material sizes. And that was the 20% out of all of our raw material items changed our material value by 33% for the better. So join us in this video, watch us go over our Kanban system, and hopefully you can bring something back for your company.
All right, we're gonna go on into building 8. So here we are in our warehouse. You can see a lot of inventory, boxes with our nuts for our cage nuts that we have to import in. A lot of space utilized over here for things needed for production, but also spare equipment. But when we start to change our thinking, we should start to see this shrink. And in fact, we already are with our raw material. So I'm going to introduce you to Jane Tomchak. She's our customer service specialist and inventory controller. She handles all of the purchasing and the maintaining of our raw material levels for production. Jane, just here to talk about the Kanban system you helped develop with our vendor and help shrink our inventory. So previously, when thinking about raw material and purchasing it, you'd see our orders in the system, you'd see the demand, and then you'd see our inventory on hand. Walk me through your thought process on how you'd purchase raw material previous to Kanban.
Prior to Kanban, I would place the order for material when we received the purchase order from the customer. And depending on what the demand was, I might space the material out just a little bit, but it would still often come in sooner than we could consume it.
Sure. So sometimes we'd have a lead time of 12, 14 weeks. We'd get the order, the raw material be purchased for that order. So when we purchase the steel and when it comes in, sometimes we're paying for something way up front before we would get paid for it by the customer. You did your best to space it, but it's still it's just change of thought.
Well, we were ordering it to come in to be covered by the cost in that quarter. Mm-hmm. So what we were quoted, the customer provided, the material from that quarter. But if it was not going to ship until the next quarter, we were ordering it to secure the pricing accurate to quoting.
Sure. And this was a big change in thinking for you. And I know that it didn't look like it was easy for you to swallow that change at first, or to, say, yeah, nope, I'm perfectly comfortable. Everything's fine. Let's go ahead and do it. So kind of walk me through, I can hold the mic for you, but kind of walk me through how were you feeling in that change or that moment of change?
It was very uncomfortable for me. But because of the culture at Die Company, I have felt comfortable enough to come to you when I think changes need to be made, and you are receptive to potentially making the changes. We can reevaluate as things come up. So because of this ability to speak candidly with each other, it has been sort of a security blanket for me.
Good. Good. So now we'll walk through the physical Kanban system. So we've changed it, right? So you, myself, and our material handler who sees the material deplete over time, we work together to come up with these inventory levels.
Yes.
So now we have a fixed max on hand inventory level.
Yes.
And each one of these bays and these racks here are one size and grade of material. So down here on the floor, this is where the Kanban's at, right?
Yep.
So this size material is listed on the card?
Correct. So, and it indicates that we need to have 2,800 pounds of steel for this particular size.
Sure.
And at that point in time, we would be able to reorder.
Right. And then when we hit that replenishment period or that reorder quantity,
our material handler will scan this, which will prompt an email to me. And at that point in time, I will create a DRM, which is our way of ordering material from our steel vendor. And then they will confirm it back to me and we'll know it's on its way. They've promised us 2-day turnaround time on anything in our Kanban system.
And their normal lead time from order, if they didn't have it in stock, was about
a week to 2 weeks. It sort of depended.
So, and with that, now they're going to stocking some material for us. What was our vendor's thoughts on this program?
Our vendor was very receptive. It's making things easier for them to plan and maintain because these are common sizes, so they just know better what to predict.
Right. And I think their on-hand inventory actually dropped.
Yes.
And they looked at the value and they said, we can ramp up, ramp down with your business because the dollar value for that inventory on hand was way low. So it wasn't a risk for them.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Jane. I appreciate it.